What up, y'all? This is your boy, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo, and you're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Friday, December 18th, 2015, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. The new Star Wars sequel has already made more than $100 million at the box office through ticket pre-orders, a new record. The film opened Thursday evening. Star Wars The Force Awakens has sold more than $100 million in tickets before any audience has paid to see it, sources said. Though the tickets are pre-orders for showtimes through the end of the year, many of those pre-sales are likely for showtimes this weekend. The latest installment in the highly successful Star Wars franchise is now easily Fandango's advanced ticket sales champ. The film beat The Dark Knight Rises, which made $25 million in ticket pre-sales. The $100 million total is also more than twice the pre-sales of Avengers Age of Ultron, 33% more than Star Wars Episode 3 Revenge of the Sith, and 20% more than last summer's Jurassic World. With those numbers, the new film is projected to make more than $200 million in its opening weekend, topping Jurassic World, $208.4 million opening, which would also be a record. Dave Hollis, who's the Disney distribution executive, said in a statement, "The advanced ticket sales for Star Wars The Force Awakens are beyond what anyone could have anticipated, let alone for a December release, but with that said, theaters are not only have millions of tickets available for this weekend, but they also in most cases have the ability to add shows and screens according to demand. The film could surpass Avatar as an all-time box office champ, but it will take a unique situation like the first new Star Wars film in a decade under the new ownership and supervision of Disney, one that is unlikely to be repeated." Fu Panda 3 released an action-packed new trailer Wednesday. The preview sees Poe, played by Jack Black, discover his roots, and biological father Li Shang, played by Bryan Cranston, before traveling to a secret sanctuary of pandas. The character must teach the group Kung Fu in order to combat the evil spirit Kai, played by J.K. Simmons. Angelina Jolie also returns to voice Tigress, with Dustin Hoffman as Master Shifu, Lucy Liu as Viper, Jackie Chan as Monkey, David Cross as Crane, and James Hung as Mr. Peng. Newcomer Kate Hudson voices Poe's love interest, Mei Mei. Director Jennifer Yu Nelson told Entertainment Weekly of Kai in July, he is a villain that Poe is completely ill-equipped to face. That dynamic of a new villain, new energy, and new abilities that challenge Poe is what makes it interesting for us and makes for some cool fight scenes. Nelson, who helmed Kung Fu Panda 2, co-directed the new sequel with franchise story artist Alessandro Calorni. Kung Fu Panda 3 opens in theaters January 29, 2016. Chadwick Boseman is to play renowned attorney Thurgood Marshall in Marshall, a courtroom thriller directed by Reginald Hudlin. Boseman is known for his work in the films 42 and Get On Up, and he will soon be seen in Captain America: Civil War. Marshall served as an Associate Justice of the U.S. Supreme Court from 1967 to 1991. He was the first African-American member of the panel and died in 1993 at the age of 84. Hudlin said in a statement Wednesday, Thurgood Marshall was a man who took his life in his hands every time he came to a town to bring justice. Marshall was a cowboy who used his law books as guns. He was the smartest guy in the room of any room he was in, but he wasn't a punk and didn't hesitate to throw a punch if the occasion called for it. It's exciting to have Chadwick bring his extraordinary gifts to this remarkable, relevant story. Marshall began production in Los Angeles this week. It will break for the holidays, then resume principal photography in the spring after Hudlin completes his producing duties at the 88th Annual Academy Awards. Tom Holland may play Spider-Man in Doctor Strange. Marvel Studios co-president Louis D'Esposito sparked rumors by posting a photo of himself with the 19-year-old English actor and Doctor Strange director Scott Derrickson on set Wednesday. They captioned the picture, me at Tom Holland 1996 and at Scott Derrickson on the set of hashtag Doctor Strange. Production on the forthcoming film is now underway in London and Los Angeles. Holland will debut as Spider-Man, aka Peter Parker, in Captain America: Civil War next year before starring in a new standalone movie. Civil War opens May 6, 2016, while the yet untitled Spider-Man reboot is slated for July 28, 2017. Benedict Cumberbatch, who portrayed will portray the title character in Doctor Strange, which is scheduled for release November 4th, 2016. Rachel McAdams, Mads Mikkelsen, Tilda Swinton, and Chiwetel Ejiofor will co-star, but Holland's involvement is unconfirmed. The actor said of Spider-Man to IGN in November, "What's quite exciting is when you read these comics that he's in, he interacts with a lot of the other superheroes. I don't know if Marvel will, but I love the idea of teaming up with other people." Holland is best known for playing Billy Elliot in Billy Elliot the Musical on West End, and last starred as young Thomas Nickerson in the Heart of the Sea with Chris Hemsworth. He'll next appear in Pilgrimage with Richard Armitage. New York brewery Ommegang is introducing a beer inspired by the HBO television series Game of Thrones. The beer, known as Seven Kingdoms Hoppy Wheat Ale, will be released in March 2016, a month before the premiere of Game of Thrones Season 6, and is described as, quote, a marriage of traditional Belgian-style wheat and a hop-forward American ale. The company previously released other Game of Thrones-inspired beers, including Iron Throne Blonde Ale and Take the Black Stew. Mike McManus, the innovation manager at Ommegang, said in a press release, "We love bringing as much inspiration, thoughtfulness, and creativity to the Game of Thrones beer as we can. This last season, the imaginativeness of the show was pretty astounding, so we aimed for a beer that could hope to match that." The beer contains 6.9% ABV and will be available on draft and in 750 milliliter bottles in the United States for $9.99 a bottle. Actress Kaley Cuoco reportedly has a new man in her life. Source told Us Weekly magazine the 30-year-old actress is dating 46-year-old English actor Paul Blackthorne, saying it's new, but she's really excited about it. Cuoco and Blackthorne haven't commented on the rumors, but the actress did show her support for the actor's animal conservation efforts in November. She posted a photo in an Air Shepherd shirt on Instagram, writing, "Help my friend at Paul Blackthorne." Word of the pair's reported relationship comes just 3 months after Cuoco announced she and husband Ryan Sweeting are headed for divorce. The actor's Big Bang Theory co-star Matt Baier previously told E! News the star is doing well following the breakup. She revealed Kaley's amazing, she has amazing friends, she has an amazing family. We love her to pieces and we give her as much joy and laughs as we give everybody who sees the stuff that we do, but she gets to experience it off camera. Cuoco, who plays Penny on The Big Bang Theory, denied she has seen ex-boyfriend co-star Johnny Galecki in October. Blackthorne is known for portraying Detective Quentin Lance on Arrow, which will return to the CW on January 20th. Film star Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and his longtime girlfriend Lauren Hashian are the new parents to a baby girl. The couple welcomed their first daughter together Wednesday, E! News reports. Johnson is also father to 14-year-old Simone from his previous marriage to Danny Garcia. Last week, Hashian reported one of Johnson's photos of the two on Instagram, writing, "I know I'm late to the party. Sometimes life gets full and busy in the best ways. So grateful and in awe of this time. To experience creating a little life is just incredible. It's beautiful of life and womanhood beginning again. And like Big Daddy says, couldn't be prouder of all the kick-ass women she's going to have around her. And men, of course." In November, Johnson shared a heartfelt message to fans and supporters on Instagram regarding his impending fatherhood and the sex of his baby along the same photo. He wrote alongside a photo of himself and Hashian, "I was raised by and live with amazing and strong women, so the universe felt we needed one more. It's a baby girl." He also added, "We're so grateful for this blessing and thrilled to share the news with y'all." Teyana Taylor and fiancé basketball superstar Iman Shumpert welcomed their first child after a dramatic delivery Wednesday morning. The 25-year-old singer revealed as much Thursday on Instagram, telling fans Shumpert helped her deliver daughter Iman Taylor Shumpert Jr., a.k.a. Junie, after she went into labor in their bathroom. Taylor wrote, "On December 16th at 6:42 a.m. in our bathroom, Junie decided she wanted to take her first breath into this world. Not knowing I was in labor until I felt her head, it took 2 10-count pushes with my fiancé playing doctor, and she entered this world into his bare hands." She continued by saying, eyes full of tears and barely able to speak to the emergency operator, Iman Shumpert tied a pair of red headphones around the umbilical cord, and the ambulance made their grand entrance 5 minutes later. She opened her eyes right away and gazed into mine and never cried. Sources told E! News the newborn is absolutely beautiful and extremely healthy despite her unconventional birth, revealing she was born at 35 weeks and 4 days, weighing 6 pounds, 7 ounces, and 19.5 inches. Taylor and Shumpert have been together since 2013 and announced the singer's pregnancy in September. The couple got engaged at their baby shower in November and expected Iman to be born January 16, 2016. Taylor is known for appearing on My Super Sweet 16 and released her studio album 7 in November 2014. Shumpert was drafted by the New York Knicks in 2011 and presently plays shooting guard for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Ryan Reynolds revealed the birth date of him and his wife Blake Lively's baby daughter, James, on Twitter Wednesday. The Deadpool actor tweeted a sweet, funny birthday message to his James, writing, "Happy birthday to my baby girl. Sad I lost my virginity, but thankful I have a daughter." Actress Lively reportedly gave birth last December, but the couple did not reveal the exact birth date. In February, the baby's name was finally revealed after rumors reported it was Violet. James, named after her late grandfather, James C. Reynolds, is both Lively and Reynolds' first child. Singer Kelly Clarkson let it slip that she may be having more than one child during a recent radio interview. Speaking with hosts of Lee and Courtney Uncork on 103.7, Clarkson, married to Brandon Blackstock, used a plural when discussing her pregnancy, Entertainment Tonight reports. The soon-to-be mother of 2 or more said over the phone, "I'm going to be everywhere once I get these kids popped out and done. That's why I look all..." She added before reportedly trailing off. Although Clarkson mentioned kids instead of the single baby boy she announced last month, her reps deny rumors she's having twins, according to reports. Clarkson recently shared a Game of Thrones themed holiday card featuring husband Blackstock, their daughter River Rose, and Blackstock's 2 children from a previous marriage. The image included the model Winter is Coming. The original American Idol winner recently detailed her rough experience being pregnant for the second time. She said during a television appearance in November, "I'm familiar with all day sickness. I have to get IVs and fluids because I get so dehydrated. It's really bad." Amber Portwood isn't fazed about fiancé Matt Baier's alleged secret children. The 25-year-old reality star defended the 44-year-old radio DJ in a series of tweets after social media users remarked on Baier's reported 7 kids. She wrote, "You would have to be ignorant to believe that, honestly. For anyone talking crap about this whole situation with Matt, this shit isn't funny. This is real life. I have to deal with non-entertainment." She declared, "I don't care if I found out he has 10 kids. He has to deal with that in his past, and I'll stand by him. But I'm a woman, and I hold on my own." Portwood's ex-fiancé Gary Shirley first brought the rumors about Baier to light in the trailer for the forthcoming season of Teen Mom OG. Shirley can be seen telling a lawyer her fiancé has 7 kids and she doesn't know about this. Portwood and Baier started dating in fall 2014 and announced their engagement in March. The reality star and Shirley were together for several years before calling off their engagement and share 7-year-old daughter Leah. Wednesday night's installment of Jimmy Kimmel Live's Mean Tweets segment featured Kurt Russell, Sarah Paulson, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, and more reading mean tweets about their stardom. The segment started with comedian Louis-Dreyfus bursting into laughter mid-sentence while reading a tweet commenting on her age and success. Sean Penn, Liv Tyler, Elizabeth Banks, and Daniel Radcliffe were up next, with Creed star Michael B. Jordan reading a tweet about his feather duster mustache. Russell, who recently commented on gun control and terrorism in an interview, laughed at his assigned mean tweet, which likened his face to aged denim. The Hateful Eight actor Joe couldn't agree more. The segment ended with American Horror Story Hotel actor Sarah Paulson giving the net seer who wrote her mean tweet a piece of her mind. "Bite me, asshole," she said. "That's how I feel about that." Matt Bomer delighted fans by dancing to Hotline Bling on Wednesday's episode of American Horror Story Hotel. The 38-year-old American actor performed as Donovan to the Drake hit, channeling the 29-year-old Canadian rapper's moves from the song's music video. Donovan nearly completed the chorus before Elizabeth played by fun and really intense scenes together. She's so intelligent and gracious and down-to-earth and kind that it's been one of the most fun times I've ever had on set. American Horror Story Hotel takes place in the sinister Los Angeles hotel and co-stars Sarah Paulson, Evan Peters, and Wes Bentley. The FX horror anthology series will return from mid-season break January 6 at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Actor and filmmaker Vin Diesel's One Race Television is partnering with Universal Television on a multi-year first-look production deal. One of their first collaborations will be a small-screen series complemented to Diesel and writer-director David Thorey's successful sci-fi Riddick franchise. Jennifer Stogg, president of NBC Entertainment, said in a statement Wednesday, in addition to being a huge star for our feature division, Vin is a true creative force as a producer. After sitting down with him and his team at One Race Television, it's clear he will now also be an incredible asset to both the network and our television studio. We feel really fortunate to be in business with not only an international powerhouse, but a truly thoughtful and passionate director. Diesel has hired industry veteran Shayna C. Waterman as head of television. Waterman will oversee development and production under the PAC. Diesel added, I've dreamt about expanding the One Race brand into television, and now we found the perfect creative partners at Universal Television. Shayna is an incredible 2016. Human rights groups are trying to convince rapper Nicki Minaj to skip a lucrative performance in the African nation of Angola, citing for his own gains and not that of the majority. He is also credited for jailing or killing the likes of journalists, public figures, and activists, the Hollywood Reporter says. Still, Minaj will most likely receive an impressive check if she goes through with the performance. Mariah Carey earned $1 million for her 2013 show in the country. After reportedly receiving heavy pushback from the foundation, she severed ties with her then manager, Jermaine Dupri, opting for Brian Scher, who is Minaj's manager. Haverson wrote, Nicki Minaj has been involved with charities such as the Get School Foundation, which helps inspire young people to graduate from high school and success in college. What kind of inspirational message is she sending to millions of young Angolans by performing for the dictatorship that literally stolen their freedom and their future? The late Michael Jackson's landmark 1982 Thriller album has reached another milestone in music history. The Recording Industry Association of America said the Grammy Award-winning set, which includes the title track as well as the classics Beat It, Billie Jean, The Girl Is Mine, and Wanna Be Startin' Something, has become the first album to be certified 30-plus multi-platinum for U.S. sales, meaning 30 million units have been bought in this country alone. More than 100 million copies of Thriller have been sold around the globe. With the total sales of 1 billion albums globally, Jackson is regarded as the biggest-selling artist of all time. Carrie Sherman, the chairman and chief executive officer of RIAA, said in a statement Wednesday, RIAA has awarded gold and platinum records on behalf of the music business for nearly 60 years, but this is the first time an artist has crossed the 30-plus multi-platinum plateau. We are honored to celebrate the unique status of Thriller in gold and platinum history. What an exceptional achievement and testament to Thriller's enduring spot in our hearts and musical history. Thriller spent nearly 2.5 years on the Billboard album charts and holds a record of 37 weeks at number 1. Jackson died in 2009 of a doctor-administered overdose of anesthesia and sedatives. He was 50. Adele fans experienced frustration as online ticket vendor Ticketmaster crashed shortly after releasing tickets for the singer's upcoming tour. The site placed tickets for all stops on the nationwide tour up for sale simultaneously at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, crashing the site. Tickets, priced from $37 to $147, sold out quickly for some venues, leading to $1,000 resale prices on sites such as StubHub. Many fans who experienced errors or simply missed out on tickets took to Twitter to express their anger. Adele recently announced a 56-day North American tour will follow following the release of her record-breaking album 25. Adele will arrive in the United States on July 5th at the Xcel Energy Center in St. Paul and continue until November 15th when she wraps the tour up in Mexico City. And now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1961, the Tokens earned a number 1 hit with The Lion Sleeps Tonight. The song that topped the Billboard pop charts on December 18, 1961 was an instant classic that went on to become one of the most successful pop songs of all time. Yet its true originators saw only a tiny fraction of the song's enormous profits. The story begins in Johannesburg, South Africa, where in 1938 a group of Zulu singers and dancers called Solomon Linda and the Evening Birds stepped into the first recording studio ever set up in sub-Saharan Africa and recorded a song called Mubeye, Zulu for the Lion. Mubeye was a regional hit and helped make Solomon Linda into a South African star. But the story might have ended there had a copy of the record not made its way to New York City in the early 1950s, where it was saved from the slush piles at Decca Records by the legendary folklorist Alan Lomax. Without actually hearing any of the records in a box set from Africa, Lomax thought a friend of his might be interested in the box contents. That friend was the folk singer Pete Seeger. Unable to understand the lyrics of Mubeye, Seeger transcribed the central chant as Owiwe, and that became the name of the song recorded by the Weavers and released in early 1952, just as the group was about to be blacklisted thanks to McCarthy hearings. Eventually, Jay Siegel, the teenage lead singer of the Tokens, would hear and fall in love with Woimwe through the Kingston Trio's cover version of the Weavers' song. The Tokens label commissioned English language lyrics for the song, which was retitled The Lion Sleeps Tonight, and went on to become not just a number one hit on this date in 1961, but one of the most covered, most successful pop songs of all time. In an excellent article for Rolling Stone magazine in 2000, South African journalist Rayan Malan followed both the music and the money associated with The Lion Sleeps Tonight, exposing the sequence of business arrangements that ended up making millions from a handful of prominent U.S. music publishers, which yielding only a $1,000 personal check from Pete Seeger to Solomon Linda during Linda's lifetime. Because his composition was treated as public domain folk material by Seeger and by the subsequent writer of the English language lyrics in the Tokens version, Linda never participated in the royal stream generated by either Woimwe or The Lion Sleeps Tonight. And prior to reaching an undisclosed settlement in 2006, his heirs received only a tiny fraction of the millions of dollars they might have been due had Linda retained his songwriting credit of what Milan rightly calls the most famous melody ever to emerge from Africa. And that is your entertainment report for Friday, December 18th, 2015. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Ray Melo. I'll be back on Monday to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RayMelo. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everybody have a great weekend. Good night, and God bless you all.